Well, good evening, Chad. Hopefully, this is working. I have no idea if it is. It's my first time streaming on the Chinese Lemon website. Hopefully, the Bitcoin miners aren't melting your fucking computers, but welcome to the new age, the brave new age, where you have to go to D Live to be able to talk about stuff. I'm probably going to be uploading on BitChute too. Oh boy, fun times ahead. Hey, Chad, can you give me some sign of life here so I know that this is actually coming through and everything hasn't gone completely to shit? I followed their little guide. They have a little guide on how to stream over here, but they have no information in the back end to tell you if your stupid fucking stream is working. So I don't know. I see a lot of jumping, dancing jellos and puddings. That's a good sign. Something must be working. A-OK? We're A-OK? All right. Oh boy. Oh, I can get rid of the scrolling text now, can't I? Oh, what a interesting couple of days it's been. We've got a little bit of a tiff going on between ResetEra and NeoGAF. I hope you've got a lot of time because we're going to be sitting on our asses and being real lazy and going over a whole fuck ton of stuff. I think it's going to be fun. Just turn this off for a moment. There we go. Now, oh, I hope I set this up properly. Yes, I did. Now, before we get into this, I want you to keep one thing in mind. One thing as you're hearing everything we're going to talk about, all the people involved, the timeline, all of it. Keep this one singular thing in mind. This is a post that showed up on ResetEra, a web forum known for going after game developers and really anyone that doesn't toe the line of progressive, politically correct viewpoints. You've probably seen them around. They like to harangue anybody that doesn't bend a knee and do what they want. And this was one such post in relation to THQ. And I think it's interesting. So let's take a quick look. We need to make sure THQ becomes synonymous with pedophilia. Every article that promotes their game should be flooded with comments about THQ Nordic's endorsement of child pornography. Anytime they're mentioned by one of their business partners on Twitter and the like, do the same. Taint their brand until something is done. Now, that user wasn't banned. They didn't get a timeout or a warning. Nobody said, hey, that's fucking insane. They had a bunch of dorks saying, you have my sword, you have my axe to go into battle. That's the mentality you're dealing with when you're looking at ResetEra. They, they want to smear an entire company as being pedophiles because the company talked to a community they didn't happen to like. So you should get a ironic sense of enjoyment out of what we're going to be looking at as we go over the last 2 days of ResetEra and NeoGAF. I mean, fuck, I should probably give a little bit of a background before we dive deep into it. Our story begins not so long ago on a little video game forum called NeoGAF, run by a certain gentleman named Evilor. Now, he had he had some encounters with women that people in their community deemed problematic. Oh, ooh, it's icky. It's a big yikes for me. Lots of people very upset with what Evilor did. Now, you might be thinking, well, he must have done something terrible. Maybe. It's debatable. But you see, when NeoGAF started to get popular, it attracted a lot of industry insiders. And it attracted a lot of people that were very enthusiastic about the hobby of video games. Now, as the site grew, that was fine. People interacted, they talked about video games and things within the industry, occasionally some off-topic stuff, but for a while it was fine. But slowly, like a little yeast infection in the vagina of this website, something dank and nasty started to grow. An outraged subsection. They like to get offended about anything and demanded people be banned for stepping out of line. Does this sound familiar to you? Well, Evilor had a choice. He could have stomped it out there, but that was too difficult. He didn't want to do it. And so he stayed quiet for too long. And this little infection became systemic to the point where you couldn't really enjoy yourself on NeoGAF. If you stepped out of line, you were banned. You were gone. Get the fuck out of here. Really ruined the website. And then we come to the event where some previous posts and conversations and actions regarding women came up. And now it was the administrator's turn to bend over and get spanked. He didn't like it very much. He didn't like the outrage mob that he had let run loose on his website spanking his ass, especially in front of his users. So he started banning people, kicking them out. Get the fuck out of here. No more threads for you. That was the impetus. That's what led the brave individuals to walk across that digital desert for 40 days until they reached the haven that was ResetEra. So you need to keep in mind that these two websites have a history together, and the people that set up ResetEra really are the worst possible posters from NeoGAF. The most outrage sensitive people, the most demanding posters. Those are the ones that went on this little exodus to a brand new website. I mean, one such person's, you're reading their post on screen. They are autistic little shits, aren't they? So ResetEra is going to be this progressive bastion of video gaming. They're not going to fall for the same mistakes that NeoGAF did. That is until they had their own little uh-oh moment, a little bit of an oopsie, a little bit of a problem arose. When a user showed up on NeoGAF, of all places, and decided to talk about what they deemed a pedophile problem within the ResetEra community. And we're going to be going over that thread and just talking and looking at the events surrounding it. A lot of really interesting shit going on. Lots of behind the scenes things. In fact, I have a little video that I think sums up what happens if you go on to ResetEra right now. If you were to have an account and go on to ResetEra and say, "God, guys, maybe we should talk about all the fucking pedophile stuff." Let me show you what happens when you step out of line. When you step out of line, you should probably salute this brave soul. Oh, they love to do that. Anytime you say something naughty, anytime you say something that goes against the collective, they're very quick to pull the rug out from under you.